This is our second dive on the East Coast. On this dive, we got to visit Whitehole, Turtle City, and Turtle City definitely lived up to its name. This was one of our favorite dives while we were in Bonaire this trip.
Quick briefing and then into the waves.
Banded butterfly fish. Southern stingray.
The white hole is a big patch of white sand. Huge patch of white sand.
And you can see even here we still have the surge. There's a conch. If you look real close, you can see
it's in there. It's the eyes peeking out right there a little bit. There's some more baby parrotfish, just juvenile parrotfish. Here you can see the surge just back and forth, boys.
causing all those ripples in the sand.
And the waves on the top.
Watching that stingray as he's going around eating. And then we ran into a school of tarpon. And I'm thinking there was probably at least 50 tarpon in this area.
Well, I don't know, maybe even more. There was a lot.
You can see there's Paul, Diana.
It was amazing. We've only ever seen, 3 or 4 at a time.
Stingray under the tarpon.
It was something else.
This area was a little, there's a scorpion fish, which this is the first time I'd ever seen out in the open, to where he wasn't camouflaged.
It's very dark.
But this area right here, it's protected from the surge just a little bit, and that's why the tarpon are all hanging here, because they do not like the surge. But they were not scared of us.
No, not scared of us. I'm sure they see divers quite a bit. Boy, that honeycomb cowfish, he was pretty. So pretty. Very green.
Just like our last dive, our dive guide just carries our surface marker buoy with her the whole time.
Sergeant Majors. Just back and
throwing
forth
around
in the surge. It was pretty intense.
So when you dive the surge, you, as we look at the honeycomb cowfish, you, when this coming against you, you don't kick, and then as soon as it starts going with you, you kick as hard as you can.
So we swam over the ridge there, and this is Turtle City now, and boy did it live up to its name. There was, boy, every bit of 10 or 15 turtles within sight. Almost at all times. Yeah, that's a big permit.
That's something different. I think this was the only one we saw this trip.
Yeah, that's an ocean triggerfish.
Those are not common either.
No, not here. But man, boy, right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just hanging out in the sea fans.
Just like our last dive, visibility isn't the greatest because of the surge, but that's also how you get all of this soft coral. There's that ocean trigger.
No, that's a queen trigger. That's the only one we saw.
She's pretty. Red-banded redfin parrotfish. There's Diana, Paul, and Dan hanging out watching the turtles.
Yeah, swaying back and forth.
And this guy looks like it doesn't faze him a bit.
No, these are all green sea turtles. That's a female with a very short tail. The males have a very long tail. wrasse. I think it might be a younger bluehead wrasse.
Hanging out.
Yep. Just doing their thing.
This one's really hanging out. This guy was fun.
He didn't hardly move at all the whole time we swam by him.
Grunt.
Rock beauty. Still lots of stuff just when you look. Hanging around. And all the little soft corals and the pillar coral sea fans. These are chub.
We think they're Bermuda chub.
Yeah. They're all the same type of fish, just
If you watch them, they are changing colors.
it's a black margate. Kind of a small one.
And
Whole
there's
school
a
of
whole school of black
Black
margate.
margate. That's the first we've ever seen that.
And turtle just, and then you can see some black sturgeon back there as well. The turtles like eating this soft coral, so this is a very fun spot for them. Lots of food.
Yeah, there's some grasses in there. There's a bunch of them right there too, a bunch of turtles.
It's basically all you can eat smorgasbord for them. And then there's Dan waiting to get on the boat. That's where we get sick again.
As long as we're moving, it's better. But, oh boy, it was rough. Yeah. Back into Lock Bay. See some of the surfers. This was on the way home, driving down the east side, the wild side of the island, the Atlantic coast side, where the ocean kind of hits pretty hard. But boy, it's beautiful. Big waves.
You see people use old dead coral, make sculptures. We had to stop, get some pictures because it was gorgeous. There's the lighthouse on the southern tip of Bonaire.
Windmills. This is a Dutch-owned island and ran, so there's a lot of Dutch culture in the area.
It's fun going to the grocery store and
Yeah.
trying to figure out what you're picking up to eat when it's all in Dutch.
There's the big waves. Boy, it's just so pretty.
This reminded me a lot of Hawaii.
Lava rock, boy, it'd just tear you up if you got down into it though.